Yo, it's good. Big Lou, the biggest. I'm back with a new video. Today I'm bringing down this crazy sample I made a couple days ago. In the style of like an outro you'd hear for like a Don or Travis or Cactus Jack project. Super crazy. I love it. And this just what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's pretty much the sample. I think I started off with these keys from Analog Lab, the range preset from Loophole, one of the Loophole banks, and it's playing these chords, and I got these chords using ripchord. And what ripchord is, if you don't know, you press one note and it pretty much makes a chord, and so you can come up with like chord progressions that you probably would have never thought of. That's most how I start most of my samples or something, and it's just what the chord progression just sounds like by itself. Yeah, super ambient, super dark. And the only effect I added was this echo melt and reels and an EQ to cut out the lows. Then I think the next thing I added was this bass, and what it's doing is just following the root notes and having a couple like, not rolls, but like accents and stuff like leading into the next part. Super inspired by like Wonder Girls production, and it's just what the bass sounds like. And for the bass preset, I forgot to mention, it's a space bass from Analog Lab. Then, I think I added this ARP next, and the ARP is from Analog Lab. It's called the Bedtime Stories preset, and it's just following the same chords, but I added some automation, and I'll describe what the automation does in a sec. So I think with the automations, all I did was automate the volume, and I think the modulation wheel, like this part here, I think I just modulated that. I just created an automation. Sorry, I created an automation clip for the mod wheel, and I think what the mod wheel did was like opened it up, made it more brighter or something. Can't remember. And for the effects, I just added this camel crusher or camel crush to add a bit of distortion, bit of more beef, you could say. OTT. Once again, I don't really know what it does, but just tweaking till I found something I like. Fruity balance, so I could automate the volume, and then just an EQ to cut out the lows and highs. Then I thought it needed some like guitar, so I got an electric guitar that my friend let me borrow. Shout out Ben, and just played these two patterns, and I'll play them for you now. So it's kind of doing like some like call and response type stuff, which is good. You want to call and response type. You want to call and response in your samples and stuff. I don't know. And one of them is panned to the left, and the other is panned to the right to give them each their own space. And for the effects, shout out Kiri for his effect chain. It's just this guitar, amps, stereo, Fruity EQ, acoustic guitar preset from CLA2A, this EQ to cut out the mids, an effect track for the color cheap tape, Fruity reverb, Fruity chorus, an EQ to cut out the lows and highs, a camel crusher because I wanted more distortion, more oomph you could say, and then just a delay. And that's it for the guitar. And then the next effect, not really, it's just this like riser type thing from XY Nothing, and it's just what it sounds like. Yeah, I reckon it's a nice accent to have. No effects on that. And then the rest of the sounds are just like textures, and it's just what it sounds like. Yeah, super dark, super ambient. That's what I love about the sample. Got a lot of room. Um, and my boy Cold Summer did a crazy beat over this, so let's just hope it gets placed. And then just bounced it out. Didn't mess with the pitch because I liked it how it was, and if I pitched it down or up, I don't know, didn't sound right to me. Then I added this effect track, the color cheap tape, and then the basic vintage punch, and another J37. Didn't add this, so don't worry about that. And a mid-side matrix, this time boosting the sides to make it more wide and taking down the mids. Yeah, and then just an EQ to cut out the super lows. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the sample. I love this sample, probably one of my favorites that I've made in a while. Let me know if you guys learn anything. Let me know what you guys want to see. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Louis Oblin, all that. And yeah, peace, stay safe.